Very nice. Should be ready to go. We are gonna do Minecraft. It's a popular game. I looked at my analytics, well, not my analytics, but Twitch analytics, right? Looked at Twitch analytics, and I thought to myself, hey, at around 11 a.m., there is an uptick in people viewing Minecraft. So, at about 10:30, I feel like it might not be a bad time to try it out. Because there's more people, maybe there's going to be more people looking around, trying out some things. Trying out new streamers specifically. Maybe we will get something happening. Oh, I don't like this. I haven't really played on my own. This is different and weird. I liked it better when it was not this. That is too bad for me, I suppose. I'm gonna put on hard mode because that makes some things easier. I'm going to name it we'll just call it our little maid cafe, because that's where it'll, I mean, it makes enough sense with the brand I have here. I'm a maid. This will be the cafe. Bonus chest? Don't see why not. And we'll make this Shaman not colon 3. We'll put in a colon 3 as well, why not? Just throw random things in there. We'll just hop in, like so. Yo.
I'm gonna make pepperoni eggs. Do you want any?
No thanks.
Okay. Also, let me know when you're not busy.
Okay. Seems all good. Is the, hang on. Hang on. It seems like I'm gonna turn down the video settings just a little. Turn that up to 60. Then performance we'll just do it like that for now. Should make things easier. Okay, I was looking at my model, seeing if it was centered properly. Because if not, I was going to have to change it. This seems like a good enough tree to start on. Now, there is a couple things to consider, like plans. I don't really have much of a plan just yet. I just thought I'd hop on and see how things go. My dad, he popped in for a second, you noticed. He's doing things, which is nice. I maybe should have planned better, because it's not like I have it to myself up here all day. I've gotten a little used to playing on a server where we have the quickly decaying leaves. So, gonna be a little strange that it is not the case anymore. That's kind of nice. Big old ravine. Love the shaders too. It's quite nice. And this isn't connected? No, it is. I like to connect, or I like to break down all the trees that have their leaves touching, just because that is something I like to do. Now, this coastline is nice. Maybe we do something here. We have oak wood, birch wood. Those are good materials. So, might as well grab up sugarcane while we can. Well, that looks kind of nice. Very nice overhang. Maybe we make some kind of hanging house type thing. Just drop it down from there. Maybe. Pumpkins. Pumpkins are good. Grab up all of these. Then, I already have a pickaxe, which is convenient from the bonus chest, so I might as well go mining a little bit. I kind of want to break this pickaxe, or not pickaxe, I want to break this axe first by chopping down trees. So I'm gonna head out this way. Probably best not to kill the sheep for now. So we'll go getting a little more wood. Not that I really think we need it at the moment. The more that I just don't want to be holding on to this wooden axe for too long, because it'll just take up space in my inventory for later. Which isn't the best thing, because inventory space really runs out quick in this game. Okay, well, we can kill sheep now. I'm seeing that there's enough of them around to get me to 3. Breaks the axe too. Nice. Now we can go mining a little. Maybe we dig into the side of this mountain a bit for our first house. I want to practice some interior design as well. I'm not too good at that. I can kind of build things, but I haven't done much interior. So, something to get better at. Maybe I actually gotta go back to that ravine, because there were caves, and where there's caves, there's resources. You can actually mine coal with a wooden pickaxe, which I always find kind of neat. It's just not very useful because it's slow and you're about to get stone anyway. Stone Age. So, if I don't know when they did it, but at some point, Mojang removed the benchmarking achievement. And I'm like, I liked that achievement. Miss it. But, oh, that's right, I need to make stone pick. And just like the axe, I'm just gonna collect stuff with this until it breaks. Because there's no point in wasting a tool. Oh. Because it's useful while we have it, even if it's slow. So we might as well use it. Oh, that is the wrong one. So we'll get more coal. Coal is a good thing. I'm always running out of coal. If you have enough coal, you can do anything. Well, not anything, but a lot of things. Yeah, charcoal is convenient when you don't have coal. So are campfires. I like how they added campfires because not needing fuel to cook food is convenient. It makes cooked food easier. And I do like when things are easier. Lots of people will complain about things being too easy in this game, which I mean is fair, but the audience for this game is a lot of younger people, so making it easier for them, it's nice. Or at least not as bad a thing as making it harder. I think in general though, the game's pretty much complete in my opinion, which I know is kind of a weird thing to think. But I feel like at this point they're adding things to keep the game fresh rather than to expand on anything. So with the new updates, it's not like they're changing things they thought were wrong about the game. It's just that they are adding things that they think will keep it fresh. And sometimes that doesn't always go well for the people who like the game as it was complete. For example, some of the snapshots I've seen, they're removing the dirt PNG in the background of stuff, like in the end poem. I'm not a fan of that. I like it being the way it was in the end poem. The end poem's like my favorite thing in this game. So it'll be a bit disappointing to see it change, even if the poem itself isn't changing. It's a little weird thinking that Microsoft owns Minecraft still. Because Minecraft doesn't really... I mean, it was an indie game when I got it. When I got it and when it was, you know, made. You need water. So it's not like Minecraft was built with corporate interests in mind, you know? So it's strange thinking of like the Minecraft end poem being something that Microsoft has influence over. Microsoft doesn't own it. It's actually public domain as far as I remember. But Microsoft, I think, is able to just decide to remove it from Minecraft if they want. They could add a different poem that they do own and make money off it. So it's kind of strange that they haven't. Maybe the Mojang devs chose to keep it, or maybe there's something in the contract that allows them to use it. I don't know. But it's certainly a very nice poem. And it's interesting because it's not, I mean, obviously there's the poems that don't have to rhyme. That's a pretty common knowledge, I would think, is that poems don't have to rhyme. I could put this in my offhand for now. I can make another axe, but a better one. Best way to get out is hard to figure. Probably gonna have to use up some of my cobblestone for it. Just because I do not want to be in there as much. Alright, let's see. I can make a bed. Might as well. I saw some rose bushes somewhere around here. We will grab some of those out. Because I like showing off the, you know, nostalgia by making a red bed. Red Bed Redemption 2. I've never played that, but I just thought it was funny to say. There was a little cave thing somewhere around here with rose bushes in it. Here it is. Oh. Now I can make a bed. Might as well grab up a couple extra roses. They're good decorations. Zombie there, he's not gonna bother us, he's chilling. Okay, he might bother us a little. As we're trying to. See, they kept the achievement Monster Hunter, but they don't have any more taking inventory or benchmarking. At some point they had to go and decide, alright, we don't need to give them an advancement for these things anymore. And I wonder when that decision was. Because it must have been a little while ago. I don't think I've seen it for a while. But I just don't remember. I like my overlay stuff. It's nice to look at, I think. I'm always worried that I didn't make the screen that you guys can see when I'm playing. I worry that it's not big enough. But at the same time, if it's much bigger, it starts to, you know, be a bit too big, I wonder. Or I worry. Actually, we'll just make this a stair, in case we want to come back down there later. Make it look a bit better. We're gonna want to be a bit careful out here, because it's nighttime. Find a place to put down our bed. I wonder... I mean, technically, I guess the coast is actually pretty safe, right? Because fewer mobs can spawn in the water. So the closer you are to the water, oh. There we go. Creepers can blow up my house. Not that I have a house. We've got a good amount of oak logs. Probably right here is good enough. Maybe we build a little thing on stilts. Well, that's 2 block center. I prefer 1 block centers most of the time, because it's nice to have something. It just goes there. I think on the side, well, we might as well. So this will be a 7 by 6, I think. So that's 7 times 6. Let's see. I know this. Why am I struggling? 7 times 6 is 42. Don't know why that took so long. I've taken a calculus class before. I kind of want to make a little house on stilts, kind of like this. And then I would put... Oh, I need this. Then my idea would be, whoops, to put stairs. Right, so... But if it's like this, we actually might want to have it 1 back. Right? Because otherwise, it'd be on a half block on top of these. We don't want that, because... Well, hang on. We might as well... No, we're deciding right now whether we want it to go like this, or instead with a stair. We're also gonna need a stair there, actually, just so we can get up from all the ways. And if it's going up to that high anyway, we're also gonna want to put blobs in the corners. This isn't too bad. Then those line up. So this is kind of makes a curve, which is interesting, I think. Nice to look at in some way. So, and then at this point, we put down some of these. Alright. We'll make a couple more as mutton. The question now is, do we want it like that, or, whoops, like that? Gets us to the same place, I think. But this way it looks a little smoother. Speaking of smoother, let's see if I can do a little like that. Then I guess I want that. That's not bad. Putting it on stilts like this is just kind of fun. I might do something like this bigger for a next base, if there is one. I suppose I do need to have that extend inside as well, so that we have our floor. Then we can go underneath like that, which is convenient. Let's see if this is enough. Yeah. Okay. Good little platform. This guy's gonna come bother us. So we're gonna say no. So we have our little platform here. Question becomes, do we want to have those extend up to the sides of the house more, or here I kind of have a vision. I think we're gonna want these to go up. We're gonna go for something kind of quaint. I'm imagining a stone roof, right? Something kind of classic Minecraft-y. So I'm imagining we want a double window there, 2 panes, glass panes, and then definitely 3 there. Here I'll kind of start putting it in. It's gonna look pretty basic, but that's okay because I'm not the best builder. Oh, I need more wood. It's already kind of starting to take shape. If I could, what I'd do would be is I'd have it be stairs here, but I don't want it to be lower than this, so I'd have to have it be like half stair there, then half stair there, and that wouldn't work too well because Minecraft doesn't have quarter blocks. Slabs is the closest we'll get. I'm pretty happy with that. Vertical slabs would be interesting. People talk about wanting those a bit. So it'd be interesting to see how they actually work. Because with vertical slabs, you kind of have like 4 orientations you could put them in. They could be like this, or they could be like this, and then they could just be on the other side of the block from those. Which, you know, we'll make our door. Oak doors, classic. Have the oak doors... Has the oak doors texture changed anytime recently? I don't remember. I feel like that's new. These squares. I feel like that wasn't always the case. There's these 6 squares that I don't remember. That might be different. The only question is when that would have happened. And I went and changed all of my wood to these so I don't get to extend the sides of it up just yet. Well, maybe I want to... No, definitely not. I was thinking maybe I'd keep that little block there so I could have a staircase up to continue working. But just on the one block here, I have plenty of room. Let's also start crafting up some stairs. You can see how it's going. From this angle it might not be the best until we have the roof in. Alright. Should have saved some stone so I could make a furnace. I do have birch and coal, so I'm gonna make a campfire. Okay, good, I remembered the recipe. It's nice that they added the recipe book, but I still like trying to remember for myself how the recipes go. It's sort of like a display of skill, but you know, not an important one, so people won't blame you if you get it wrong, because there's so many recipes in this game. I don't think they even have a recipe for fireworks, but you kind of have to, well, they have fireworks like this, but not the stars. Yeah. There's our steak all done. One of my favorite things about the campfire is how you can have multiple different kinds of meat going at the same time. It's convenient. We're gonna need some more wood. So we'll continue hammering away at this forest. Deforestation is no good in real life, but in Minecraft it's alright. It's still polite to replant when you have time. And I'll make sure I replant eventually. I have the saplings for it. But I also like seeing the empty space it leaves. It might help give me ideas for a build. Or it might just be space to put things. That's sort of the strange give and take Minecraft has. Is sometimes you know on a level... Oh, an apple. You'll know to an extent, hey, there's something kind of morally iffy about a thing or two here. But at the same time, it is just a game, and it's a fun game. So you really have to consider, in a game with no consequences, what counts as good and bad. It's a weird philosophical thing. It's not as though... Okay, I'm gonna get a sip of water. It's not as though you can, how do I phrase this? The strange philosophical thing in Minecraft is that it really is about, like, harvesting as much as you can from the land a lot of times, which is obviously not a good thing. But not only are there no consequences, and you're only rewarded for it, it also isn't very realistic, right? Well, it's realistic that you're harvesting a bunch of stuff without any repercussions, but what's not realistic is that it's so easy for one person to do all of this. And I do wonder if in real life it was this easy, how the world would look. Because if everyone could just go out and do all these things, would it be better or worse? And would it be easier or harder to fight things like climate change? Because there's my house. Because if everyone has the ability to change the world as easily as we do in Minecraft, like, how does that change our responsibilities? Because we all should be trying to fight climate change all the time, but it's really hard for individuals. Did I get stone? I didn't. It's hard as individuals to fight climate change because there's just so much that's tied up in companies and what companies can do and what individuals can't. But if individuals could fight climate change, would they? I like to think we would, as soon as we notice something's wrong. Because, I mean, that's sort of the dream, isn't it? To kind of hope that we try and fix our mistakes, if we could. I guess the dystopia that we'd write about would be the future where we don't care enough to fix it. But, which as an author, myself, not published or anything, but I write sometimes. I guess that counts. It'd be an interesting story to write, where everyone has the ability to change the world really easily. Maybe some kind of superpower. You know what I think would look kind of nice? I think it might be kind of nice. We put that like this, right? And then make some kind of fences. Different from the windows, which will be glass. You can still see out them. That adds a bit of depth, I think. Yeah, it's pretty nice. Speaking of pretty nice, I wonder if adding something like this, that's also pretty nice, but just at the corners. And those are actually full blocks at that point. So I can, whoops, that's the wrong one. I can just go ahead and put in a block there instead of these two slabs, which is convenient enough. And then now, when I run out of full blocks, rather than just making more, I can reuse a few. I can put some of these things away. I won't need them for a bit. And we'll hold on to the... Oh, I forgot I already had a chest. We'll put that right there. Then the furnace can go there once I get one. There's a squid. I love the little faux reflections this does. Because obviously if something's off screen, it's not going to leave a reflection. So it's not like ray tracing or anything. But it does do a really nice job of making it look absolutely stunning. I'm glad I decided to install shaders. I'm also glad that my machine is capable of running it. I think today's stream is only going to be about an hour long. Both because I'm trying out some things, and also because I'm kind of hungry. So another half hour. I'm checking my Discord right now, I apologize. I'm just making sure people aren't saying anything super duper important to me. Because, you know, my real life does come before the Twitch streaming. As disappointing as it might be. So we have all this. I wonder... no. You know, here's an idea. We would put trapdoors... Oh, I missed a spot. Whoops. Here's my idea. No. Here, I'll take this out. My idea is, after this, I'm thinking we put trapdoors along the edge of the along the bottom of the window. Yeah, along the bottom edge of the window. I think we put some trapdoors in. That way we get a bit more on all sides, I think. We would put trapdoors, and that gives us a bit more of the three-dimensionalness. Because at the moment it's just like a flat wall. Adding this helps break up the rectangularness I had at the bottom before. Because the fewer flat rectangles you have, the more interesting it'll look. Which I think is nice. I wonder, actually, I had an idea just now. Oh, it makes two interesting. I wonder if this would look good. It's not really noticeable. That's okay though. I wonder... Whoops. Some of these subtle things don't realize they're directional. And it makes sense that it goes like that. Now I wonder, I'm still planning on putting in the panes, the glass panes. I actually don't know if they'd connect up to the, these. Because it might be nice to have them there. Kind of like a, what's it called? A curtain. Or, like, shutters, I think is the right word. It might be nice to have those there, kind of like shutters. Because then, you know, it's kind of like, oh, we can choose whether or not we have the windows open. But I think for now, we're gonna leave them off. And then later we can decide if we want to have one or not. What I am gonna do is start putting on these trapdoors that I was talking about. That's pretty nice. Other people will put little flower boxes on, but I think that the flower box would be too bulky right here. So instead we're just gonna put down the trapdoors. Trapdoors work great. We need a couple more though. We're gonna have an extra, but that's alright. See, that's quite nice. And then, let's see. We're gonna need to put in the roofing. Probably starting... Oh, whoopsie. We're gonna need... Yeah, I ought to have a couple blocks to build with. I don't have nearly enough stone. So we're gonna grab our coal, make some new torches. And then I think we're gonna go mining. I should leave these stairs behind. Actually I'll take them with me. Because I remembered some advice I got actually on Hermitcraft video from B-Dubs. He says to use stairs going down into your mine because you're gonna spend a lot of time going back down there. So it'll really help you save time if you use stairs to go down. I should make myself a shovel. Hang on. Oh, I might as well make a new crafting table because I'll be going over here a lot anyway, right? So, might as well. I don't have enough stone to make it a... Well, actually, I'm about to have stone. So we'll just dig slowly for a second longer. That way, we can make ourselves a proper shovel. Much better. So let's see. We won't have enough stairs to do it all the way at first, but as we keep digging, we'll get enough stone. So we're gonna just need to make sure that we have enough space to put in the stone or the new stairs without bumping our heads a whole bunch. I think this is tall enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so we can keep going down by 4. And as long as we mine 4 on each layer, then we know it's lined up properly. See? 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Kind of makes a fun rhythm almost. I don't know if that's the right word for it. But you can definitely hear it with the stone blocks. Did I do 5? 1, 2, 3, 4. No, it's 4. I confuse myself sometimes with it. 2, 3, 4. I like mining in Minecraft. It's really nice. The stone blocks have a really satisfying sound. I could have made this an ASMR stream. That would have been nice. But then in that case I'd have to actually have a small mic to do it with. Which I don't. I only have this. Oh, that's gravel. And that's the sun. I guess that means it's almost nighttime, huh? If it's setting. Because that way is what? East? West. And the sun rises in the east, I think. It's not quite the end of the day. But it's late enough for the sun to be getting down there. And besides, this pickaxe is... well, we might as well keep going. I'd like to have stopped mining for the day, because that would have been kind of nice if we saw the sun and had that be our little alarm clock. But that won't be the case. It's also crazy that they managed to put that in the shader pack. The ability for the sun to go down here like that. It's amazing that they managed to do that without any kind of like ray tracing or anything. It must be some kind of fun mathematics they did. Because otherwise I have no idea. Well, I have no idea either way. I've never programmed... excuse me. I've never programmed anything with light before. I maybe should. I don't have nearly enough experience with programming at all. See, this is what B-Dubs was talking about, and now I'm talking about is once we put in stairs. Oh, I should pick those up. Once we put in stairs, getting out will be so much faster, and we'll save food because jumping takes some saturation or something like that. So it'll be much nicer. I ought to have put this ink sac away earlier, but I didn't. Which is too bad. It's not really that big a deal. Well, that was the other thing. Was I thought to myself, maybe we ought to put trapdoors there too. I think that's kind of a nice idea. But once again, we'll have an extra. And now that we have a shovel, let's see if we can, yeah. Let's see how many pieces of sand we need. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But we're gonna grab 8. Because that's how many a piece of coal can smelt. And it's efficient. We'll have an extra piece of glass, but that just means later on we have 1 fewer pieces of glass to smelt. Which will be convenient, I hope. And it might just end up taking up space in our chest. But that's okay too. Now I have enough stone to make a furnace. We can put our coal in there. Well, 1. We'll remember this time to put away some of our spare things. And then... oh, that's right. I only needed 6 because I was making glass panes. But 8 is still more efficient. I love the subtle change in the color of the light here. You see how it's more orange there? I suppose this is the same orange, which makes sense, because they're both fire. But, you know, it's still neat. I think that these fence posts work best on the outside, not quite as much on the inside, but still nice. They add the three-dimensionality I was talking about, but on the inside they're too close to the corner, which is a bit disappointing, but I'm not gonna change it. Here's our 6. We get 16. Plenty. I love the connected textures that Optifine gives. Though this is, I think, might be vanilla now. With glass specifically. Maybe not. I forget. There's the last 2 as well. Now we have a decent amount of spare. Our pickaxe is broken. So we need a new one. We will head on down to the mines. Only 15 minutes left in this stream. Oh, I hear the garbage trucks outside. Monday is garbage day. Oh, that one gives me a ping outside of Discord. Vibrates my phone. Oh, there's a new person in one of the Discords I'm in, that's all. I ought to change it to only pings, but it's nice to know when things happen sometimes, so I might procrastinate on it a little bit. What Y level are we at? We're at 50, huh? Then it'll be a while before we reach the bottom. I remember years and years ago, which really wasn't that long, it used to be the case on Bedrock Edition anyway. Some iron, that's nice. It used to be the case in Bedrock Edition that they didn't have any caves. I know it's kind of crazy in Minecraft to have no caves. But it's true. In Minecraft Bedrock Edition, well, I say Bedrock Edition, but really it was Pocket Edition because it was small. Could fit on most devices at the time. I don't think that's something they're paying enough attention to, is the size of the game. I think if they update it too much, more iron. I think too many updates for Minecraft isn't healthy. Not because it'll make the game bad, but because it'll make the game less accessible. I feel like there's not enough push on developers these days to make their games efficient and easy to work with. And so developers don't bother optimizing things as much. Like, I think Fortnite is like 100 gigabytes or something. I don't play Fortnite, but if I did, it would take up so much space on my computer. That's not good. It's best when you have a lot of space for a lot of different games. And so I kind of miss the old days when size constraints existed, because these days you just fit things. It's no longer a concern. There's nobody out there who's gonna go program Roller Coaster Tycoon using those space requirements, because Roller Coaster Tycoon was, I never played it, but I hear it was really special because of how many machines it could run on. But nobody is taking the time to optimize things like that anymore. Instead, they want photorealism, which is respectable enough, but it does take away from how not everyone wants to spend money. spending money on a new machine every couple years just because the new photorealism is like 20k graphics or whatever. I guess if they're going up by powers of 2, they might skip 20 entirely, because it goes 16 to 32. We're not even at 8 consistently, I don't think. There goes another pick. Maybe I ought to start putting in stairs soon. We'll start right now, why not? Whoops. Oh, I don't have a pickaxe to fix that with. Okay, we'll just be more careful. I don't want to bring a new crafting table down there, because then we'll have too many crafting tables all over the place and it's messy. And too messy isn't really the best thing. Clean and efficient is really my favorite. I love the subtle reflections that this shader pack adds. I should plug it, but I forget what it's called. I can actually check. Video settings, shaders. Complementary Reimagined. Now I just got it off of CurseForge. I don't have CurseForge installed, the app, because, well, I'm on Linux. And that's just not a thing here. Oh, you know what I should do before I'm silly and completely forget? I ought to make myself a new pickaxe while we're here. Uh-huh. And we'll put that iron away. Further into our inventory. This way we can fix our mistakes. That's another thing about Minecraft, is if you're willing to put in the time, none of your mistakes are unfixable. Which is really nice. And if somehow you have done something unfixable, well, then you can always just restart. There's no real consequences in this game, and that's kind of nice. It's probably part of the appeal. I mean, obviously you can play hardcore mode if consequences are your jam. But for a lot of people, being able to fix things or go back and try again, it's really convenient. Really nice. Really, I would say healing, but I don't think that's quite the case. It's just a different set of problems to focus on. It's nice to have the control though. I imagine for a lot of people, having this amount of control over something is really nice. It is for me anyway. That's part of the reason I keep coming back to Minecraft, I feel like, is because it gives me the control that a lot of times we don't have in the rest of our lives. And what time is it in the day? It's afternoon. I can do a little more mining. Oh, hang on, I've done it all wrong. Turns out that 4 was not enough space. So we're gonna dig out more. Just dig it down more. Well, not down as much as forward. If we push it all back by 1 block, then we won't have to worry about bumping our heads at all. It would kind of hurt. Not the best thing. I also think that the dirt sound is nice. A lot of the night, there aren't very many noises in this game that are bad. Horses dying is one that I don't like much. But you know, as long as horses aren't dying, it's not a problem. Now, I'm curious to see what the analytics for this stream are like. I've noticed a person or two lurking in here. And part of the point of this stream was to experiment a little with the analytics. Because Minecraft's a popular game. I play Guilty Gear usually, because that's a game I feel like I'm... Well, actually I don't know why specifically. It's just what I decided to start streaming with. I'm not against playing other games. As you can see here, I'm playing Minecraft. I ought to finish this soonish. However... Oh, it's not quite evening yet. Well, it is, but not sleep time yet. You can't sleep in my... Oh, wow. These clouds are pretty. I love those. You can't sleep in Minecraft until after you can see those first stars. Which I always think is kind of nice. Not that it makes you wait that long, but that it has such an easy tell. Do I have... I think I might be able to start building the roof of this house. But I'm really gonna call it here, I think. Not because I'm bored, but because my stomach kind of hurts. I'm really hungry. I gotta get lunch. I mean, it makes sense too, because it is 11:26. So, thanks for watching. I can't quite see your username too well. I ought to change that. Or change my settings somewhat so that I can see it better across this pink background. But thanks for lurking around. I'll see you another time. I might make this more consistent, streaming on Mondays. But we'll see. Goodbye.